So, secret identities. It's how Batman operates, but it's not how Iron Man operates. Who's handling it right? Welcome to my channel, KC, that's me, Carrie Chug, the Sledge Storyteller, here to talk about the wonderful world of storytelling and to open up discussion about how we can tell the best stories we possibly can. The earliest known secret identity in storytelling is the Scarlet Pimpernel in a book by the same name written by Baroness Orczy in 1905 about Sir Percy Blakeney, a wealthy English baronet who, during France's reign of terror, rescues individuals sentenced to death by the guillotine, all while in disguise, and when in public carries a foppish persona and is also a secret master swordsman when necessary. 10 years later, novelist Russell Thorndike published his story Dr. Sin about Christopher Sin, moonlighting as a vigilante called the Scarecrow. Then in 1919, pulp novelist Johnston McCulley gave us Zorro, like the Scarlet Pimpernel, foppish public identity as Don Diego Vega during the day, and a masked swordsman by night. Identities continue to be the norm in the pulps, with such heroes as Lamont Cranston as the Shadow, Richard Wentworth as the Spider, and Christopher Walker as the Phantom. Of course, then came the superheroes of the golden age of comics: Clark Kent as Superman, Bruce Wayne as Batman, Steve Rogers as Captain America, and a few exceptions of no need for secret identities such as both undersea heroes, Prince Namor the Submariner, and Arthur Curry Aquaman. The superhero with a public identity went further in the 60s with the Fantastic Four. In several interviews, the late Stan Lee said his thought process on creating the Fantastic Four involved thinking about how he would handle things if he were a superhero, and that he wouldn't bother with a secret identity, saying, "I'm too much of a show-off." And he had the same thing done in creating the X-Men, where they wanted to buffer public mistrust by not hiding their identities. From there, the secret identity heroes and the public identity heroes pretty much stayed the same until about the mid to late 2000s, around the time of the release of Marvel's Civil War comic series, where more of those characters went public. On the DC side of things, Superman's identity as Clark Kent became public after writer Brian Michael Bendis had it revealed in Action Comics number 41. Now, one thing that's worth mentioning when it comes to secret identities is they're rarely entirely a secret. The Scarlet Pimpernel had his trusted band of gentlemen who assisted him in his rescues, and most stories of Zorro had his trusted ally Bernardo to help him along the way. And nowadays, we're starting to see such heroes' entourage of confidants expanding. Now, there's a growing sentiment of doing away with superhero secret identities entirely. My spiel on it: I despise any trope this big being one size fits all. I mentioned Iron Man at the start of this video, and in his case, I consider it justified that he has a public identity, since his opposition is normally international or intergalactic terrorists. Captain America has no ties that carry liability and doesn't fight on the street level either, so those two are examples where a public identity is warranted. Sledge has a secret identity with the real name Carl Eisenberg, because I do believe it's warranted. He does fight crime on the street level, and I've seen local police have to deal with retaliation from a vengeful public, and a crime fighter who draws a lot more attention will be guaranteed to draw even more retaliation. I see that logic also going into play with Batman, the Flash, and Spider-Man. I will acknowledge that nowadays maintaining a secret identity would border on impossible in the real world, given voice print and facial recognition technology, so the solution to that, in an essentially sci-fi setting, is that the hero comes up with technology that serves as countermeasure to that. One strength I see that's worth mentioning in using secret identities from a storytelling point of view is how it affects their personalities. In Batman, we can enjoy how he, as Bruce Wayne, behaves with his playboy facade, commonly referred to as the actual mask, because his real self emerges when Batman hits the streets. Peter Parker is the shy type in public, but he loses those social inhibitions when the spider duds come on. Still, there's effective use of public identity, and that's when you completely cut loose with their entire personality. In the first Avengers movie, when the heroes are all in the helicarrier, they're all roaming about and conversing freely among the personnel on board, all fully aware of who they are resulting unrestricted interaction comes out beautifully. What's key is what works best with what you come up with, and what do their personalities lend to either secret or public identities. That's my insight on the subject matter. Agree, disagree, or something I left out? Please let me know in the comments section. If you like this video, please click like. If you like this channel, please click subscribe or follow me on Instagram. There's always the link to order Sledge number 1 down there below the description, or you can order it on Kindle. Let's all look for civility among all the tough stuff out there, social, political strife, as well as the pandemic, and let's just keep doing what we're supposed to do to keep it on the downward spin. Thanks for watching. Everyone be safe, and God bless.